Dear Nick Fuentes followers, I'm going to directly address him in a minute, but first, I want to provide you with some perspective. There's a line you've heard: hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. You've posted it. You've liked it. I've seen some of you quote it. But there's a difference between knowing that line and living the truth behind it. Because right now, you're part of the generation born in the good times, blessed with comfort, convenience, and endless possibility. And in that comfort, many of you have grown soft. Not because you're bad, not because you're doomed, but because comfort is a thief. So this message is a warning, a challenge, a chance to flip the script. But before we go further, you need to hear something. Life has always been hard. For every generation, for every man, across all of human history. Hard isn't the exception, it's the rule. And that's not a tragedy. That's the beauty of it. Because the hardness of life is what makes life meaningful. What's earned is treasured. What's suffered for is respected. What's built through sweat becomes sacred. Comfort feels good, but it never fills you. Ease feels nice, but it never satisfies your soul. And here's the truth that no one is telling your generation. Hard is your advantage. Hard is your opportunity. Hard is the doorway to everything you want. Purpose, confidence, fulfillment, pride, identity. You're living in an era where the sum total of human knowledge sits in your pocket. You fear boredom more than starvation. You've been entertained to death. You've been told to find yourself, not to build yourself. You were told feelings matter more than duty. You were told you deserve comfort without earning it. These are blessings. But blessings without struggle become curses quickly. Because when you never endure the grind, you start believing you don't need it. When life hands you everything, you start believing you deserve it. When you've never earned a victory, you don't value one. That's how good times create weak men. And that's why so many young men today feel empty, because meaning isn't found in comfort, it's found in earning. Let's talk about the men who built your freedoms. Men who didn't wait for comfort. Men who didn't wait for validation. Men who didn't wait for perfection. Men who earned their place in history. Pay attention to their ages. George Washington commanding the troops at 21. Thomas Jefferson writing the Declaration at 33. James Madison shaping law at 25. Alexander Hamilton writing political theory at 17 and leading men at 20. Henry Knox dragging cannons across icy mountains at 25. Lafayette crossing oceans at 19 to fight for a country not his own. And John Adams risking everything at 40. Those men didn't sit around and troll people on social media. Those men didn't call people names like boys do in middle school. Those men were strong. Not because life was easy, but because life was hard. Hard times didn't just test them. Hard times transformed them. And yet, look around today. Men who spend more time scrolling than sweating. Men who know more playlists than principles. Men whose biggest struggle is their phone battery. Men demanding praise for existence. Men expecting comfort, but refusing responsibility. Life has never been easy. It's not supposed to be. Ease breeds entitlement. Hardship breeds greatness. And here's the good news. In a generation addicted to comfort, the man who is willing to earn everything will surpass everyone. This is your advantage, your edge, your opportunity. But there's another layer, a darker one. Weak men are enabled. Nick Fuentes benefits from you staying weak, from you staying confused, from you staying bitter, from you staying dependent. Because strong men can't be controlled. Strong men don't worship influencers. Strong men don't fall for online cults. Strong men build their own lives instead of obsessing over someone else's. And Nick Fuentes, watch what he does. He only talks about hard times, but he never teaches you how to get stronger. Why? Because if you get strong, you stop following him. Nick Fuentes doesn't want leaders. He wants followers. Nick Fuentes wants you angry but aimless, scared but stagnant, loud but powerless. And then Nick Fuentes feeds you poison. How are you supposed to attract a wife when you're told to literally punch a woman in the face? How are you supposed to be motivated to date when you're told dating women is gay? Wake up. No real man believes this. No real man behaves like this. No real man takes life advice from someone intentionally avoiding building a life of his own. And the most twisted part, Nick panics about foreigners outnumbering Americans, panics about preserving the nation, panics about the future of our people while pushing everything that prevents you from starting a family, having children, and building the next generation. It's a trap, and it's intentional. It's destroying young men from the inside out. Because the cycle is repeating. Weakness leads to decline. Decline leads to crisis. Crisis demands strength. Your generation could be the hinge of history. You can scroll, or you can rise. You can complain, or you can build. You can follow, or you can lead. The world needs men with a backbone, men with commitment, men with faith, men who build families, communities, businesses, and nations. Comfort is fleeting. Hard times always return. And the moment they do, history will ask, which men will stand? Which men will carry the weight? Which men will answer the call? Comfort will drift you. Responsibility will anchor you. What kind of man will you be? Comforted and complacent, or courageous, committed, and bold? The hour is here. The choice is yours. The nation, our nation, is waiting. Be strong. Be useful. Be men. And let history remember you for what you built, not what you consumed.
Hey, we the people like Garcia, so that's no excuse.